recognize you as my sister anymore.
Hati, isn't it cool that even though the sun and the moon are rivals, they can still find time to be together?
They aren't rivals, silly. They're just different.
Just like us, right?
Yes, like us, brother.
Hati! Hati!
I'll be fine. Take him down.
I knew she couldn't do it.
Actually, I'm already there.
Talk to you later! Woo, such a welcoming committee.
Get him now!
Not now, Shiro.
Watch out, Ray! It could be a trap!
Yeah, thought about that too.
I'm okay, man. Hold your course.
Dude, Ray.
It's so good to see you, Hati.
I'm sorry, Ray. But you should know, things are not like in the past. I don't want to hurt you, brother.
Come on. A simple hug would do it.
Things are different now! Give me your device and get away!
This time I'll decide for myself what to do, sis.
Oh, I know what's different about you. Let me guess. Horizon?
Shut up! You know nothing!
Do what you want. I don't recognize you as my sister anymore.
Hati, isn't it cool that even though the sun and the moon are rivals, they can still find time to be together?
They aren't rivals, silly. They're just different.
Just like us, right?
Yes, like us, brother.
Hati! Hati!
I'll be fine. Take him down.
I knew she couldn't do it.
and gentlemen, or should I say gamer boys and gamer girls, welcome, 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 welcome. Can I welcome you guys enough? Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the week 2, day 1 of the knockout stage. And dare I promise you guys, it's about to be lit, don't you think, It's about to be very lit, to say the least.
It's about to be very interesting, to be honest. It has been quite the week, honestly. Having a whole week of no games, it made me feel some type of withdrawal because the players did give us quite the show last week, and I hope they give us the show again this time, as we saw a very drastic shift on the final day of week 1. We saw a very insane boost from a team like AMIGOS going to take the leaderboard, and Paradox still doing what they need to do. But we are in the second week. We've seen the top 12. Now, can those teams maintain their spots to finals, or will they be getting pushed down? It's still anyone's game, literally. We can still see a team like Noobs go in for the number 1 spot if they just happen to win all their games. But it's going to be rather difficult to do that, as we have teams that they started strong last week and they are hoping to continue the same level of aggression. Zoro, what team do you think we should?
What team am I supporting? Is that your question?
No, what team should we generally look out for? Not your personal
I
support.
believe we should look out for Paradox, man. We saw AMIGOS, randomly, at the dying minutes, just take their number 1 position. So I believe they'll be here to, grab that back. I also believe EUVINCI Sport Team and Solo Flare and Jogo will definitely be here to just put on a show for us. I think it's just going to be really, really active, you get what I'm saying? And before we go into the tournament format, I hope you guys have, purchased your diamonds from the shop to get platform. It's Garena's official top-up sites. And we should be going straight into the tournament format. The tournament format, we started phase 1 with 144 players. Phase 2 was with 48 players. Phase 3 is the current phase actually that we are in with 18 teams, 2 of which made it here as wildcard teams. Phase 4, which is gonna be the final, is gonna consist of only 12 out of the 18 teams that have made it from phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So it's definitely gonna be really, really active. The players are definitely gonna be really, really hyped up to just give us a show and make it into the final. Up next is the prize pool. The prize pool is a staggering, life-changing, whopping, oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, dare I say, whopping $10,000 US. This is not just money to buy some data, buy some subscription, buy some tops. This is money to rent a nice studio for your team, put everybody together, just do something very, very amazing. It's life-changing money, to say the least. Champions are going to be walking away with 3,500. Out of these, second is going to be walking away with 2,000. Third is going to be walking away with 1,200. Fourth and fifth place will be walking away with 700. Also, sixth place will be also walking away with 700. 7th and 8th will be walking away with 300 each, and 9th to 12 will be walking away with $100 each. That is definitely amazing, to say the least. And these players are definitely going to be really, really hyped up, because we know most of them just moved up the table a bit from playing 2K tournaments to now playing 10K tournaments. So kudos to Garena for sponsoring this, and just kudos to the players for also being there still and just stepping up their game. And up next should be the point system. The point system, we also have a tiebreaker rule, by the way. We'll be getting into that later. Elimination points, 1 elimination equal to 1 point. So your team should be looking to stack up and rack up as much elimination points as possible. Some might argue that elimination is much, much more important than the standing points. We have the standing points here, also rank 1 and you get 12 points, rank 2 and you get 9 points, rank 3 and below, and the points just keep dropping by 1 point. The tiebreaker rule, we also have the Booyah system, the total elimination system. Those are gonna be there to just support us in getting the tiebreaker between 2 teams, if it does in fact occur. And we're gonna be moving into the unique. Dare I say unique? You know what I'm saying unique, guys? Because these character skills literally empower these players. These are the root core of these players. These are the factors that contribute to how strong these players play. We have number 1, Coda. We have A124. We have Homer. We have Clue. So everybody in the team is actually obliged to, use at least one of these character skills. So each player must have one of these skill equipped. And yeah, we're going to be going into the team grouping right about now. See how the players are grouped and the teams are also grouped. We're gonna be having Amigos, EUVINCI Programmers, Junior X, HOLYHEX Sports, SpaceX, and Desire all in Group A. The Group A team have actually been really, really amazing. We have the number one team right now, which are who are the Amigos. On top of the on top of that table too, if they actually saw themselves, top of the group stage leaderboard and they actually just made their way into the overall leaderboard table too. So that's definitely going to be really, really interesting. Group B, we have Paradox, Ven, Solo Flare Sport, then Jogo, Nuzi Sport Team, Cosa Nostra, and then Group C, we have Fazo, we have Crimson, we have Brazil Generation, we have Basta Mundo Esport Team, we have Aussie Sport Team, and we have KOCC Esport Team. Out of all these teams, Zeno, would you think which group do you think is the strongest group if they were to go group versus group?
It is going to be rather interesting to see Group A and B duke it out yet again because honestly, Group A and B fights are the most interesting that I've seen so far. Coming in, we have the Amigos going really hot on the leaderboard, but they will be joined by EUVINCI Pro Gamers, Union X, HOLYHEX, SpaceX, and Desire. Speaking of HOLYHEX, they did miss one game last week. Rather unfortunate for them. They had a bit of connection problems while the game already started, and the whole team got kicked out. So that really hurt their chances, especially because they were doing pretty decently. I feel like they would have, not I feel like they would have placed a lot higher on the leaderboard, but they just couldn't make that last game. Coming into Group B, though, is where the heavy hitting teams, in my opinion, are. We have Paradox, we have Vent, we have Nem Jogo. With Cosa Nostra as well. Solo Flare is also a heavy hitting team, but on the first day we saw them last week, they were having a tough start, very tough start actually. But they did end the week. They did end that week of knockouts very high on the leaderboard, and that is pretty solid for them. Noobs Esports, however, is a wildcard team, and they need to lock in because looking over to Group C, when we see KOCC Esports, they are consistently putting up numbers and placing higher than the Noobs could. So if the Noobs want to make it to that finals, they need to replicate what KOCC is doing, or pick up a new style, a completely new style that fits their gameplay, and just try and match the level of aggression because their group is arguably the most difficult in the lobby. Look at Group A, we have Amigos and Desire as the heavy hitting teams. The rest of them have a bit more lackluster playstyle. Coming on to Group C, we don't really have heavy hitters there. All of them have very passive playstyles. But Group B is just stacked with absolute demons across the board, which is absolutely insane. Zoro, what do you think Group A B is going to look like today? Are we going to see Group A dominating like last week, or are we going to see Group B dominating?
Oh boy, it's definitely gonna be really, really crazy to say the least. And these, as you can see, are the teams that are gonna be participating today. We're gonna be having the Group A players versus the Group B. We have Amigos, Paradox, EUVINCI PG, then Jogo, HOLYHEX, Vents, Union X, Solo Flare. We have Desire, Cosa Nostra, we have SpaceX, and News. These teams are all fired up, I believe, and they are definitely gonna be here to put on a show for us. And then we should be going straight into the overall leaderboard. I'm gonna be seeing the leaderboard of where all these players each stand, and as you can all see, this is where everybody stands as we speak right now. We have Amigos on top, Paradox seconds, then Jogo thirds, them, Vanity Sports fourth, fourth the whole team, man. And it's really crazy to see a team, a Cape Verdean team, stand on top. I'm not saying it's unrealistic, but the Cape Verdean teams have been really, really quiet up until like the last minute. Then we saw them actually start turning up, grabbing 3 Booyahs in their last game, which was on Sunday. Absolute cinema, to say the least. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful gameplay right there from them. Don't you think, Zeno?
Indeed. Can we jump back to the leaderboard real quick? Looking at the leaderboard, if you notice, the top 4 teams are all from top 5 teams actually are from Group B, which is absolutely insane. Because Group B has, like I said earlier, the heavy hitting teams. We have Cosa Nostra, Solo Flare, Vent Esports, Nem Jogo, and Paradox all taking the top 10. Amigos and Desire are the 2 strong teams from Group A. Then we have Fazo X coming from Group C, Berserk Gen, and KOCC. So we still have a lot of teams like from 13 to 18, they still need to lock in. There is still chance for them to go up. KOCC is still in a very knockout table spot as they are 110 And the distance between them and a team like HOLYHEX is not that great. So if HOLYHEX has a solid day today, they could give a team like KOCC a run for their money. But it is going to be rather difficult because you're going up against teams that are, I wouldn't say more experienced, but more aggressive, and they seem to have a more balanced play style. Like looking at the Amigos set history with 3 wins in a single day is absolutely insane. And then they keep going 20 kills per win, which is we've never seen that before. The only thing we saw close to that was Paradox Gaming, then them Jogo with 26 eliminations, and then just Amigos just consistently dropping bombs on us. What team would dominate today's game? What group would dominate today's games? Because the leaderboard is being dominated by Group B teams.
Hmm. I believe Paradox will actually just come in and take it, to be honest. The time where we actually have had Amigos and Paradox in the same lobby, we noticed it was Paradox that came back out on top. Again, we're gonna be having it again. And I believe issue is gonna repeat itself, unless the players have learned from what happened the last time. Issue is definitely gonna be repeating itself, and the players will most definitely, be looking to play much more aggressively than they did before. Paradox is definitely the team that I am looking out for the most, to be honest. But Amigos have a title to defend, and I believe they will just be doing whatever it takes, to get the job done. They are definitely gonna be able to get that job done and perform absolutely beautifully well. Solar Flow Esports in a team probably carrying their country alongside Venti Sport will definitely be looking to also play really, really aggressively. We saw them step up big time, in the last games that they played, and they managed to get themselves into that top 5. So kudos to them. Maybe they will be looking to put on a show for us, to say the least. Desire Esports team too. My God, Desire Esports team were the first team to actually start up the whole Booyah trend with three Booyahs in a single day. Was really, really crazy, but they did it. And it's really, really just amazing to see a team, set a standard, increase the level of game that we're working with, the standard that everybody's supposed to match up. So I think we're gonna actually be seeing teams, try to like step up like they did, and just grab as much Booyahs as they did. If there's actually any team like that today that is not Amigos or Solar Flare, will be really, really crazy. It shows how much good eggs we have in these various teams. Will definitely be really, really beautiful to watch. But yeah, that's really, really good, don't you think? That we have this, amazing teams that is willing to step up and just take those risks.
Yes, and the caliber of gameplay is constantly improving, and honestly, we love to see it because having teams that consistently come into frag, not just one game, not just 2 games, but a team like Desire. Desire is a team that honestly, at the first day, it didn't really seem like they had much to offer because they were getting eliminated rather early. They were suffering from what we now term the vent syndrome, starting off very slow and then picking up the pace a bit after. Although them in on the final day without the Vent syndrome, they came in absolutely swinging, and they bagged themselves 3 Booyahs. They were the first team to get 3 wins in a single day, and then the Amigos did it immediately after, which was absolutely phenomenal. Like, what do you mean you set a record and someone breaks your record the same day? It's like you have the most wins, but we have the most wins with kills. That is absolutely phenomenal rivalry that's being set up by these players, because these 2 teams, if they keep playing at the way they're playing, we will see them in the finals going off against each other. Are they going to continue competing for who can get more wins, but with more kills this time? Because the current kill leaders should be Jogo with their 26 kill game. No one has beaten that yet. But Amigos have come dangerously close on multiple games. So if a team like the Amigos can keep going the way they're going, it is going to be absolutely phenomenal to see how the players respond to that. Because a team like Paradox needs to step up now. On the first day, we were feeling the Paradox gameplay when they won the first game 15, then 13, then 14. We were thinking, oh, that's crazy. And then Jogo did 26. And then Amigos did 20, 20, 20. Triple 20s is absolutely phenomenal. So Paradox now have a heavy contender. And if we're looking at a team like Vent Esports as well, we call it a Vent syndrome because they have a history of constantly starting slow. I don't understand why. I think maybe it's just their general strat, but they start the day very slow. You would think, oh, Vent's gonna get relegated, obviously, because they've been first blood, they've been bottom 6, and then you look at the final leaderboard, they're somehow still in the top 3 or top 4s. So if they can start a bit faster today, especially now that you've seen the level that we are playing at, they need to get rid of that mindset. They need to start active and how you say get us the because Vent is a strong team, don't you think?
Definitely,
So
very strong
if
team to watch out for, bro. Definitely. A very,
yeah,
very strong
they
team.
are a strong team, but they're struggling with the fact that they start very slow.
And I feel like
we're seeing
that's
something
this.
similar.
I feel like that's their strategy.
Yeah.
Actually, they try to like avoid, getting eliminated early on into the game. If you get what I'm saying, they don't want to, start very aggressively, and then all of a sudden they get 0 points. You get what I'm saying? They always avoid because they know that they are not competing against small time players. Everybody in this lobby has the potential to send you back to the lobby like as quick as this if you lose guard. So they're trying to like avoid that, happening to them, and they're just doing whatever it takes to avoid that by starting slowly, building up their game. You get stacking up those resources and just doing everything necessary in order to just get themselves into those top 4. Like you said, right now actually on the leaderboard they are ranked top 4, I believe. So yeah, I think it has been working quite well for them. So for them actually, we see them rank very high. We see them grab good amount of eliminations at the end of the day. So I don't think it's about rushing the game. It's about what they are doing right now. And into the final, we'll definitely be finding out, don't you think,
Yeah, but also we need them to pick up the pace because again, that is a viable strategy. Level of competition, you need to do away with that mentality because if you have a team like Amigos, let's say Amigos got another crazy run today where they take map 1, map 2, map 3, 20, 20, 20. Vent Esports is going to be starting on a 60-point deficit. That's an insane level of effort to overcome. So we're going to need them to put the pace. It's the last 12 games. We are in the final week of knockout, and then next week we have the top 12 team going to the finals. If it's just to get you to the finals, then more power to you. Keep doing what you're doing, but this would not get very far in the finals, especially going against the teams you're going up against. You can have a team like Nemjogo, one thing they do have is that they always start strong.
Yeah.
They might be getting eliminated, but you see the consistency in their gameplay. They're all very aggressive. Red Esports, you can see some games that they're going up against a team like Noobs. Not trying to say Noobs is a bad team, but Noobs is a team that Vent Esports could easily wipe. And then Vent doesn't push it. No, we've seen. I'm not saying it out of shade. I'm saying it out of what we've seen. Vent Esports could just walk through the Noobs, but then Vent will not take that fight because they're taking it a bit slow. That is free eat going to somebody else. You're leaving food on the table for somebody else.
What the flip?
And then we've seen situations where a team like EPG, according to the stats, according to the games we've seen, they do not have a consistent fragger. They do not have anyone that you should be scared of rushing you. Like when we play a team like Paradox, I don't want to see Sneaky and Windy and Juicy on my side or Windy. If I turn around and I see that Windy come sneaking up behind me, tied up with Sneaky, I know I'm in trouble. I'm not worried about them. Snipe is going to be looking at me like, yeah. Just pick a little bit. But then a team like EPG, once you catch them outside of a building, it's it. Any team can walk through them. It's literal it. I don't get it. So we've seen situations where Vent has a team that is general, catch them outside their building and run through them, and Vent somehow fumbles it because it's in the first half of the Vent syndrome. They're starting very slow.
Yeah.
Rush everything.
Ooh.
Genuinely rush everything. Like a team like Solar Flare, when Solar Flare adopted the rush everything mindset, we saw them boost really high on the leaderboard.
True.
Day one, I thought they were a relegation team. I won't even lie to you.
To be honest,
I thought Solar Flare was a ragtag relegation team. I saw Ragnar on it. I'm like, I know Ragnar has pride. Ragnar won't be playing for just anyhow teams. So how are they getting? Then they started rushing. Seen Solar Flare consistently ranked, and now they are in the top 6.
Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. It's really, really crazy, see some of these teams just grow from being relegation teams to now standing in the top six, meaning they are actually halfway, one leg into the finals already if they can just lock it in. It's really, really good to see actually. And as you said, it might be really important for Vent to actually starting strong. Maybe it's just not their style, in my opinion. They've, made it this far with doing what they know how to do, but yeah, they definitely need to add a little bit more of aggression and intensity into their game. But rushing everything, we saw a team like PG try that strategy. I know more PG is not in the top 12.
Nah, see,
PG tried that thing. PG started this thing whereby they just go for the kills. They did that for like 3 games. Yeah, you want to say something?
That's the thing. Push everything it's an easy thing to say, but it comes with the biggest skill check you will ever receive in this game. If you want to see how good you are in this game, go solo v squad. Right. I don't do it in bronze lobbies. Do it when you're in masters GM lobbies, when you're top rank. You think you're the best player in customs, go 1v6. That's when you see your decision making skill. Fighting, and when you let's put a 1v4 situation now. You see somebody that running straight at you, and you know if I peek, it is free eat. This one with rice. But then anybody else is. If I peek out, I will die. That's what we saw from EPG. EPG, they did the let's rush everything mindset. It was working out. But when humbled, they just rush without looking. They don't see, where is everybody? I'm just going to rush the whole team. They're only showing that one guy. Like, this is why we need a player that is going to stand out. Like one player that we say, you. Oh yeah,
go outside.
Rush him. Like for Vent we see Hydra. For Paradox we see Sneaky. For Amigos we see Neutral. If they catch a solo, they're not taking the whole team to engage.
Yeah.
You with Rice. They don't stress themselves to compete with anyone. They just that's why they're constantly top fragging, because they just go in for that kill. But EPG doesn't have that. EPG has a very team-focused gameplay, but at the same time, that is what is breaking the team. Because you don't have anybody far enough to escape. You don't have anybody that's skilled enough to survive long enough as the solo player to get the team back. You have players that are too reliant on each other's gameplay to fix where they're falling short. That honestly, I'm surprised they made it this far. KOCC is a relegation team. No. Before you even say shit, KOCC is and we saw KOCC adopt the same rush everything mindset, drop 15 kills, and then still make top 12.
True. But
so
then
do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the stark difference between both of them is KOCC has the semblance of a player that is individually skilled enough to run away.
True. Very true, actually. But then, as they always say now, everybody cannot be old. So, you know what I'm saying? That everybody is going to be able to make it into the top 12. Not everybody's gonna, qualify for the finals, but we're just hoping these players show us what they're actually made of. Hopefully, one player in the PG is what's gonna swallow a ton of adrenaline and is just gonna come here and start clutching 1 versus 2 situations. Because, like Zeno said, they definitely need that one player with a flair. We know them to have had a player like that, but sadly for them, they had to let the player go. I know they had a player like that, Noah, a very, very, I think it was a very, very aggressive boy too. Very, very good at like clutching for them. But then they had to let him go for some reasons. But yeah, they are working beautifully well with what they have right now. Hopefully, like we've advised them to do, they actually lock in a bit more, coming with a bit more aggression, and it should be enough to get them into that top 12. Noobs esports team, oh boy, they definitely have their work cut out for them, considering the fact that they are a wild card team. But they have the players. I don't know what was going on with Noobs, bro. Can somebody check up on them? Like, you want to tell me what's going on with Noobs?
I feel Noobs is going through the same thing we're seeing from EPG. They have a player that is skilled enough. Remember, I said that since the first day. Aaron is a skilled player. But then I feel like Aaron doesn't have a team that trusts him enough to be the skilled player that he is. Because one thing about being a skilled player, one thing we see from players like Neutral, Windy, Hydra, Habib, is that their team trusts them.
Yeah.
They trust that you can push in and you will survive. And even if you don't survive, you will get those eliminations. But that's enough chat, for now, let's head straight into the first game, which will be on
Whoa.
Bermuda. The very
Boy.
first map released in this game, the most changes that a single map has received since Free Fire's inception. It is going to be absolutely crazy in game one. Zoro, what are your takes on what this game would be?
Oh, more. What do I think is gonna happen? I believe this guy my phone down as we speak, bro, because I'm really amped up and hyped up for this, man. I want to see what these players want to show us. I believe this game is gonna be really high elimination count packed, bro. I'm expecting 20 cube bomb in this first matchup because a lot of these teams now know where they stand. You know, they know what needs to be done. You know when at first, you can say you don't know what to do. You're a bit confused. You're not familiar with the ground. But now you're familiar with the teams, the players, the grounds, and everything. So you know what you need to do, bro. You know that you need to step up and start clutching, and that's gonna be a really scary factor because now everybody knows what they are supposed to do, and I believe they're gonna do it. And when everybody knows what to do and they are doing it, it's gonna really come down to just that little bit of flair. And I'm just really looking forward to this, man. And now it goes for the players because it's about to be really active. Are we finally? I see this with so much hype. Are we finally gonna see the daily TK tournament boys that are playing for noobs finally step up, bro? I'm really hyped up to see that. I feel like a lot of people from Nigeria are really hyped up to see that we get our first clutch of the day by Paradox Esports team, ladies and gentlemen. What a play from Sneaky right now as he grabs 2 eliminations to his name already. I said this before, man. Barely 2 minutes into the game, and we already have a team with 3 eliminations. And I believe they're going to be looking to more than 3x, 10x that if they can, man. It's going to be really interesting to see what the South African team has to show us. Noobs Kenny grabs an elimination. Costa also in a battle. As he grabs an elimination, Gray goes in with it. Bison as he grabs that elimination too. I want to play now from the Noobs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Noobs esports team that I know. This is the Noobs esports team that I grew up watching on TikTok, YouTube, you name it. We've seen this team, we've seen the players in this team dominate various tournaments, and they're really disappointing to say the least on the table. But it's good to finally see them actually start stepping up, start grabbing some early action. I just hope the fire doesn't die early on in them, because if they can keep this up, ladies and gentlemen, if they can keep this up, all these teams have a run for their money. You're gonna get in a battle right now, 1v2 situation for their opponent. When he in big trouble, gets a drop on him. Nice talk right there from BJ Star as he grabs that elimination, and it is definitely on. Pressure is on everybody already. We have 2 teams with over 3 eliminations. PG's one might be looking to join in the battle. Very trying to push players from Pace X right now. People in the team going in with your AUG, almost grabs that drop on Doc, and Doc needs to be really careful right now. And what a game we have here, Zeno. What a game.
What a game indeed. It has been chaos after chaos. We're currently going into Vent versus SpaceX.
Definitely gonna be getting that battle right here between Vest versus SpaceX. Virus running with the VSK94. Paco needs to be really careful. He does have a G36. We know they're going to be able to swap into an assault mode, and I believe that's gonna be what's gonna be using right now. Trying to get a shot with the VSK94 first, so that I can just go in with the assault. Bad move from the looks of this. Paco goes in with the MP5. Gets a drop on him immediately. Vest player Abi trying to come in for the support right now. Paco needs to hold his ground for as long as possible. He doesn't have any support. It's a 1 versus 3 situation right now. Nero gets dropped in by Supreme. Supreme going in with the Nero. Habib on the wing side right now. Paco might be going with the glue on Melts. Interesting position. Goes in with the SKS. Grabs 2 shots. Habib coming in from behind with the that's a charge buster, and he grabs a drop on him. And what a textbook gameplay right there from Habib, as him and his teammates just come in to support each other and grab an elimination. I think teamwork is really key in this, Zeno.
Indeed it is. Teamwork is absolutely key, but Vent Esports should not have been able to concede a kill there. If we had that one player just stall a bit longer for his teammates to get there. But that is not always as easy as it sounds. We're currently seeing Paradox Esports sits with 4 eliminations on the board, which is a solid start to them. And we are seeing Vent maybe adopt the shoot everything mentality, as they're also on 3. A lot of the teams in this lobby actually are on 3 eliminations. it is starting off very strong, and we love to see it.
Yeah, we see Baby Spawns finally swapping teams from the looks of things, paying for Solo Flare. Okay, baby, okay. We're definitely going to be looking forward to what Baby has to show for us today. He already got an elimination. He's a very, very good player in the Nigerian community, so it's good to finally see him get subbed in. And we're definitely going to be looking forward to what he has to show for what he has in store actually for us. It's going to be really interesting. Going to get a battle right now between the Solo Flare Sport team and the Coast and Nostra Sport team. Baby trying to grab that shot with their plasma, but the player escapes, and there's still a whole lot more teams that the Solo Flare Sport team can fight, to say the least. AMIGOS already up by 3 elimination, and you can just see that almost everybody in the lobby right now, bro, has over 3 eliminations, to see the least. I told you this thing's gonna happen, bro. A lot of these teams know what they need to do, and they're definitely going to be getting a lot more aggressive than before, bro, because this is the last leg, if you know what I mean. This is the last leg to get into the final, and they are definitely not going to be playing around now. Sarim goes in with a Moss coming in from behind, needs to be really careful right now. His opponent also needs to be really careful right now. Varrox in big trouble, grabs the knock. What a smart IQ gameplay right there from Sarip, man. Amazing gameplay right there from the AMIGOS players, don't you think, Zeno?
Indeed it was. It seems that man was AFK and he got caught lacking. Unlucky for him. But that will put AMIGOS up to 5 eliminations. Them Jogo are taking a rather interesting playstyle here. They're not going for the aggression. I don't think I've ever seen this roof even. Union X will be down to a single player. They will buy but one back. Union X is also a team that I'm genuinely surprised made it to the top 12, because we didn't really see that much coming in from the Union X team. They were having pretty terrible games, but I think teams just had worse games than them. And I love the fact that when we're in Group A and B lobbies, we're not seeing one team just absolutely steamrolling and just running through everyone.
True.
We are seeing a very slow progression of eliminations. For every kill we've seen one team get, we've seen 2 other teams try to match them up, as we are currently sitting on a 7-5-3-3 lobbies dispersion.
Yeah, we should be getting a battle right now between the EPG Sport team and the Noobsy Sport team. BJ start coming in from behind to support, going in with his bison, getting comes the drop, and this is the Noobsy Sport team that we know. Danny gets dropped, Kim coming in right now with the F590, Kenny gets dropped, and BJ start coming in to support from behind. Gray also gets dropped, so BJ is going to be looking to get a revive on his team. EPG Sport team player Frag will be looking to escape right now. King in a battle right now from the looks of things. Needs to be really, really careful. He's in a 1 versus 3 position. BJ grabs a revive on everybody. King needs to be really careful. Ren jumps in with the VSK 94. Immediately grabs that drop. And what a smart IQ play right there from the Noobsy Sporting players. EPG Sporting players could not handle the hit that the Noobsy Sporting players were emitting. A good play from both teams, but the better team in that battle was the Noobsy Sporting. Noobsy Sporting currently ranked 2nd right now on the elimination table, as they currently have 6. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 eliminations to their name. What a play, what a game this is turning out to be for the Noobsy Sport team players, to say the least. Don't you think, you know, how do you think this might just end up for them if they keep on, playing at this pace?
If they keep playing at this pace, then KFCC Esports will have a serious run for their money, because the Noobs Esports are not a bad team. They are just currently being placed in the most difficult bracket that we've seen so far. We're on in the dispersion of teams that have in the lobby with all the fraggers, and that is a very difficult lobby to exist in. So they will look inadvertent, but again, it's of their lobby that makes them look bad, not the fact that they are a bad team. Vet Esports will be going in to get a knock on Aaron, but that will shortly quicken as Noobs knock as well to put them up to 7 eliminations. Honestly, I love the fact that Noobs are starting off very strong. Like, all the teams are starting off very strong, but Noobs are putting on quite. They are keys with the Paradox team. Both teams are currently at 7 eliminations each, and that is really phenomenal.
Absolutely phenomenal gameplay, like you said, man. We should be getting a battle right here between Red Team Sporting players and the noobs. Great going in with that sniper trying to get a drop, and Desire gonna be battling out against the Paradox Sporting in that building from the looks of things. Being going in with the back 10 triple Y, trying to grab a drop on his opponent, twisting and turning right now. Immediately goes in with a flash freeze, and Senzo coming in to help too from the looks of things. Desire does have everybody in this. Paradox loses 2 players. When you're trying to hold this ground right there with the M590, it is on. Pressure on everybody right now. Whiteo gets dropped for Desire Sports, immediately gets revived, and Paradox Sports actually get wiped out. Mark 10.5 for B once again as he grabs yet another knockdown. And what a player this is for the Desire Sports team right now, man. 12 eliminations to his name being that secondly down with 1 elimination to his name. Paradox Sports team from the looks of things should be down to their last man, and he will be looking to do whatever it takes to get his team back into this. What do you think is going through the minds of the Paradox Paradox Sports team, the Desire Sports team players, as they almost just wiped out everybody from the PDX Sports team players?
The mindset for the Desire Esports team would be to beat the team, because we have seen that South Africa, the guilds coming in from South Africa are very oppressive. So I feel like they want to take out their biggest rivals yet. And not say the teams currently coming from other countries are not as good, but on the leaderboard we have at least 3 South African teams in the top 3. In the top 10, sorry. So that is going to absolutely be a phenomenal performance coming in from Desire if they're able to cut down. But that was a very interesting escape coming in from Sniper.
We just had our first squad wipe of the day, ladies and gentlemen. EPG will be the first team to be getting sent back to the lobby from the looks of things right now. Beam trying to go in with a battle right now. Battle occur between the Desire Sporting players and the HOLYHEX Sporting players from the looks of things. Desire Sporting is currently up by 3 eliminations that they were able to stack up from battling down against the Paradox Sports team. It's definitely going to be really interesting to see the approach that they take right now. From the looks of this, Paradox Sports team is already back and better with all of their players. So it's really, really interesting to just watch how everything unfolds from the looks of this. Dima going in with a narrow, and it is on now for everybody from the looks of this. Actually, Desire will be looking at losing a player from the player that goes in with the flag from the HOLYHEX Sports team. That's what granted for Boss. As he got the revive with the Tiva. He needs to be really, really careful right now, though. Boss going in with the 590, grabs the drop, and immediately HOLYHEX gets sent back to the lobby. I feel like Paradox Sports team has something to do with that, but I don't know. Never mind. They had nothing to do with him, man. Desire just walked away with an extra 4 elimination points in that battle. They are absolutely on fire, bro. We saw them get really, really aggressive, you know, since the last day. That's on Sunday that we played. So it's really, really good to see them actually keep this up. I was afraid that they were going to lose that momentum, but from the looks of things, they don't look to be slowing down any moment from now, man. Costa Nostra versus only Union X right now, and Reaper is going to be getting dropped. Costa Nostra might lose a player right now if they are not careful. Maestro gets raised up. The XZ1 needs to be really, really careful right now. He almost got dropped himself, and it's a really, really hot battle right now between the Costa Nostra esports team and the opposing esports team that does have the height advantage. Noobs are still in this with most of their players on the looks of things. Kenny needs to be really, really careful when rotating against the Solar Flare esports team players and the Nemjogo esports team players. Nemjogo esports team and Solar Flare esports team players might be looking to just get into a battle right now and just, you know, do some game set match type team right now. Walk out immediately, summoning the vehicle. They might be looking to come down from the top of the building anytime soon. Interesting position that everybody is currently holding on to, don't you think, Zeno?
Actually, a rather interesting position. The fact that the teams are sort of playing a very slow-paced game, because we're not seeing as much reckless pushes as before. Like you said earlier, the teams know what to expect from one another now, so we do not have the excuse of you're learning what the enemy team has, you don't know how they play. So I think what we're going to see today is a lot of teams focusing on getting to the final zone, to capitalizing on that final zone, get up more eliminations and even better placement on the general leaderboard. But Amigos will be taking a lot of damage as they're going up against Vent Esports. Paradox will be down by 2. They might be getting eliminated here. They will be getting sent back to the lobby for 10th place. Unfortunately.
Sad life right there for Paradox Esports team players as they go eliminated 10th Is this the fall off of Paradox Sports team? I guess we'll be finding out soon enough. Next gets sent back to the lobby too, and they're gonna be going out as Knight. What a play from them too. They did put on a show for us, but not too much of a show to stay in alive as much as they needed to from the looks of things. Costa Nostra needs to be really careful right now. Their player might be looking to go on the rotation, walk out on his teammate, trying to size up the opponent from on top of this building. A really, really beautiful position that they've cooked up here, man, to say the least. Smart play right there from their captain, and this might just be what they need to walk away with the Booyah on the first map of the night. We've not seen them get into too much trouble. By trouble, I mean too much battle, but they are doing quite good for themselves if you ask me. Solo playing the same building as them, but unable to engage. So now they are just engaging other people. SpaceX receiving a lot of shots right now from Ferozen and his teammates. Ferozen quick score switching right there with the Woodpecker, trying to grab as much damage as possible. Pocket trying to rotate down the hill. Bad move as he gets dropped. Fed loses a player too. Supreme gets dropped too. Nice play right now from Virox with the ACAT, and Sniper combo almost gets a drop on an opponent, immediately receiving shots right there from the Nemjogo Sporting players. Serif in big trouble. I believe he should be getting dropped anytime soon. Never mind. They allow him rotate successfully. I did not see that coming. I thought Serif was going to be getting dropped, but that did not happen. Life is not Nollywood. Anything can happen. Supreme looking to just rotate downward with his teammates supporting EUVINCI Sporting, trying to avoid the noise coming in from the players of Njogo, but it's really, really difficult to just do from looks of things. Njogo coming down, ladies and gentlemen. The party's about to get started. Anto with the M590, 16 on 30 right there. Trying to get some first, get sent back to the lobby. Yo! What a play right now from them, Jogo. Amigos coming in, trying to get as much shots as possible. Shots getting shot from behind. Neutral trying to rotate with Serif, and they are going downhill. Bruno going in right now with the flash freeze and the Troy shooting as much as he can. SpaceX immediately dead set back to the lobby. Noobs alive thanks to Kenny. Kenny's doing everything in his power to keep his team alive, as he always does. And what a play from Noobs with 11 elimination. Second in that is Amigos, who also have 11 eliminations. And what a game right now from everybody. Feroz are going in with the flashes from the side. Everybody's ready to battle. I'm ready to watch the battle. And it's all double sniper attack right now for the sniper. And Neutral going in with the Mark 10. That's going to shot anybody. And the battle should be starting anytime soon. Save zone, do your thing, man. Shots trying to lead the push right now for the Amigos, these sporting players. And Shots going in with the EDP to try to grab as much HP on his teammate as he can. Immediately destroy the narrow. Then Jogo needs to be really careful right now. Gets to drop on Serif. And Neutral trying to go up. He gets chopped immediately. What a play from Amigos. Neutral gets dropped though. Shot's gonna be looking to get a revive on his teammates. And what a play from everybody right now. Solo player do have all their players, and this might be looking very, very bullish for the Solo player esports players. They are Noobs still in this right now with their last player. Can he do everything in his power to keep Noobs esports team in this? Interesting final saves the battle to say the least. Shot looking to rotate. Neutral supporting him for sure. Feroza with the M590 standing out the opponent. Pest a wall. I pest another wall. Baby coming into support right now. Destroying their own wall from the looks of things. Looking to engage. Kenny trying to just be really, really quiet. You know, he's trying to get that ninja perks. You know, that's why he's a ninja right now. He's trying to avoid as much confrontation as possible. His team does have enough elimination points in this particular map. So if he can just rack up extra point for them by coming in second, I'm sure we'll really appreciate that. And I think he's trying to do that, but it's not going to be a walking for him from the looks of things. Amigos is sporting player going after him. Kenny gets eliminated. Nice work right there from Amigos. Feroza and Baby Sparks coming in immediately, get the wipe out. And what a play! What a play right now from the Solo player esporting players. Grabbing the first Booyah of the night. What a start to the tournament. I said what a start. What a start to the day 2, week 2, day 1. Don't you think, Zeno? Absolutely impressive gameplay from the players, Zeno. Don't you think?
Indeed, it was. Seeing the Nigerian teams pick up the aggression today is absolutely phenomenal. But Solo Flare did play that very smart. Coming in with 7 kills to take the first map is absolutely insane.
Crazy.
Red Esports did have a pretty solid game. They did start strong today, finally, but they didn't place as high. I will always have a problem with Vince gameplay. But 14 eliminations was absolutely phenomenal, though. Then we had them send back a team like Desire, which was really impressive still. But then getting deleted by Nemjogo was absolutely criminal. Nemjogo, they saw 2 teams fight, so they just sent it straight. Like absolute full send. And it did pay off because they sent the team back to the lobby and picked up another elimination before getting sent back to the lobby. But we are seeing teams like Noobs also pick up the pace as they managed to take 11 kills and place 3rd in this first game. it is going to be very interesting. We're going to have a lot more drawn out games, especially on Purgatory, as we have seen the players play a bit more decisive. Everyone's playing to kill the other team completely, not give them a chance to regroup, not give them a chance to revive, a chance to just get sent back to the lobby. I don't think we're going to see that many 20 bombs today, but going close to 20s is not off the table yet, because we saw multiple teams just go 14 eliminations in this first game. What do you think the second game is going to have in store for us?
Oh, dare I say lots, man. And what a start, bro. And there's just so much, joy going through my head right now, because this is the Noobs I know. Noobs is a team. They have players that always dominate solo tournaments. So it's a bit sad to, see players that dominate the solo tournaments. Well, just put their head together and they're still failing. So, it makes me wonder what really is the problem. But here we are. We see them actually finally step up, working together and just grabbing up double digits elimination and just making their way into that top 3 too. Peak gameplay right there from them. I know it's not a Booyah, I know it's not a 20 kill bomb, but it's definitely the start we've been hoping and we've been needing to see from them, and it might just be enough to just get them away from that relegation. We've seen them do it in other stages. They made it here based on wildcard, so just maybe they're gonna keep just doing whatever it takes, just hang on, you get what I'm saying? And just make their way into that final. They're just trying to hang on as much as possible. And what a beautiful strategic gameplay right there from the Nemjugu players, bro. Their captain's brain is really, really braining, to say the least, man. They played it really, really smartly. I don't even want to use the word safely, because the way they played was so well calculated. You get what I'm saying? Grabbed up as much elimination points before going on top of a building to chill in the final saves. And then you see them taking out as much players as they could, and it was just really, really beautiful to see them walk away with that Booyah. It was well planned, well timed. Kudos to the players. I will be going straight into the best actions and the highlight right about now.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a fantabulous first game. And just like I said earlier, we love to see it. We are seeing an evolved level of players that have come in. From the first stage till now, we are seeing the players constantly grow, because they started off competing against 144 teams. It was a pool of 144 teams competing, then we got cut down to 48, and now we are cut down to 18. And the 18 that played last week and the 18 that are playing this week are two different teams, because these players have improved a lot. Like, absolutely. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. Last week we saw Paradox just running around the first game and just basically just farming eliminations. But this game we are seeing teams meet them with a lot more pushback, and it is pretty solid. Like, it is very solid to see what these players have in store for us. But to see what this player, speaking of stores, go check out the Shop to Game store which is the official top-up site for Garena Free Fire, it will give you the best discounts and the best bonuses on your diamond purchases for a cheaper version because you're not paying the device taxes basically. So you have no reason to not check out the Shop to Game Store. Zoro, what teams do you think are going to give us quite the show in the second game?
Oh boy. Oh boy, I feel like Vents might be looking to make a comeback. They weren't really able to make a stamp. I don't think they were able to do as much damage as they would have loved to in that first game. You know what I'm saying? We know Vents. We're looking to do their thing, but they were gonna be short whilst making their speech by Nemjogo Esports team. So I believe they're gonna be really, really venting. See what I did there? Vents are gonna be really, really venting coming into that second game, bro. They're gonna be coming a bit more aggressively and just trying to shut everybody up because they've been shut down once. So yeah, Vents should definitely be the team to be looking out for. Another team that you should be looking out for is Paradox Esports team. Paradox Esports team right now is probably stunned. Probably amused, bro. They don't know what just hit them, ladies and gentlemen. All of a sudden, we saw Paradox team didn't hit the double-digit elimination count and got eliminated 10th. That is going to really, 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 really sting them on that overall leaderboard. I tell you for free. The way Amigos is gonna just take advantage of this, bro. It's gonna widen the gap like really, really crazy, and they're definitely gonna be regretting that. As long as Amigos consistently just keep playing the way they just did now, maybe grab some more eliminations and more Booyahs, they will definitely retain their position on top of the table. But yeah, beautiful game, don't you think, Zeno?
Beautiful game indeed. Paradox Esports are kind of suffering from the beast they created because remember the first day we saw them last week, they were setting the pace for eliminations. They were setting the pace for wins. They took 2 wins that day. They almost set the record for the most wins in a single day. And I feel like no team is going to be able to break the one currently held by the Amigos. Because to do that, you need to get 20 eliminations in 3 maps and win them. 20 plus eliminations in 3 games and win those consecutive games. Or you can just get 4 wins. So you have the record for most wins. They're going to have most eliminations and wins, but you will have most wins. And I don't think we're going to see that because the players are all developing at an equal pace. We're seeing teams like Noobs go absolutely crazy, getting 11 eliminations and still place high. We're seeing Vent still suffer from Vent syndrome where they get eliminations and still place 6th. But it's fine. It's fine. A lot of the teams will be getting better. Maybe Vent Esports will decide to surprise me this time and get those eliminations and still be able to place higher. But a team like Amigos, we need to see them start strong because they too are going through what I've tagged the Vent syndrome. And I feel like everybody will tag the Vent syndrome eventually because when you see a team that you know is great suddenly just choking at the start of a tournament, you would be confused like where have I seen this before? If only somebody had called this the Vent syndrome before. But we're seeing a team like Amigos start very slow. Although they're leading the leaderboard, they still have a team like Paradox to look out for. Paradox is just 20 points behind them, and Paradox did put up quite not the best performance in this game, but it's still 5 games to go today. So they can pick up a lot more eliminations. They can still send Amigos back to the lobby or knock down to second place and not as guaranteed in the finals because anything other than first place is fighting for their spot in the finals. First place is the place you want to be at because you know the chances of the 12th of being knocked down to 12 is very, very low. But we still need them to fight as if they haven't even gotten into that top 1 position. The leaderboard will be here shortly, but till then, what strategy do you think we're going to see the teams go into the next match? Are you going to see them with a more aggressive playstyle, or are we going to see them with a replication of what we saw in the first game?
I believe the matches we're going to be having today are going to be based on one word: more. We're going to be getting more.
What do you mean by that, sir?
More, and more from these players. More actions, more ruggedness, more brute force, more disaster, more danger from these players, bro. I'm telling you, even more hit lists will be bought than before because everybody, I'm telling you, every single person knows that they need more points. Like, That's the only thing going through these players' head right now. They are familiar with the point system. So everybody right now is just trying to grab points. Unlike before, before they knew that was just the first week, scout everywhere and what was going on. But now there's no more. There's no more next week to look out for, bro. It is now. This is the last time we're going to be facing this group. Do as much damage as you can. We saw teams regret not doing as much damage as they could when they were facing the C teams, because from what we've seen, they are not the strongest team in the contest. We saw that really affects the group A team earlier on. And here we have the basements for today. Amigos. I said this team, bro. Amigos currently standing on top with 23 points. You see the elimination points, as we can see right now, bro, in front of our two eyes. He's playing the biggest part in deciding who stands on top. So your team is definitely looking forward to that elimination points. They're definitely going to be doing whatever they need to do to just get themselves on top of that elimination board. So kudos to them for that. We have Solo Flare in second with 19 points. And Booyah! Solo Flare starting off really strong today. They're doing quite fine for themselves too. If they continue at this pace, their position in the final is all but guaranteed, to say the least, man. Noobsy Sports team here with 19 points, tied actually with Solo Flare. Finally, I'm really proud of these boys, seeing them finally step up, getting their head and putting it in the right space is really doing magic for them right now as they grab 19 points, currently standing on top of the top threes actually right now, doing very well for themselves. We have Venti in fourth. Yo, I see what I'm seeing, Zeno. Top 3 all have exactly 19 points to their name right now, bro. That's really crazy. Absolutely crazy gameplay from everybody, man. Just came down to probably the time that it took, to just get them ranked in the elimination and the leaderboard, man. Beautiful gameplay from everybody. But what team do you think is gonna be really happy with where they stand on the leaderboard right now, Zeno?
Noobs Esports will be very ecstatic to where they stand on the leaderboard, because this is the first time we are seeing Noobs be in top 3. Actually, we usually see them at the start of the tournament in much the bottom of the leaderboard, but that's okay. That's okay, because now we are looking at a new top 6, and this is a top 6 that is this different from what we've usually seen. We've seen Amigos up top, but Solo Flare is coming into second place, which is a very big jump from where they were last week. Last week, they were 3 games deep and still battling for 11th position, which was absolutely insane. The fact that they still made it to the top 6 at the end is a testament to their skill. But let's take a look at a team like Paradox. They did finish with 8 points from that game, 7 eliminations and 1 placement point. If they could pick up the number of eliminations and just place a bit higher, we are going to have them back in contention for the top 6 in this half. Because remember, this is the last time these groups are going to each other. Group A and B will never face each other again. In the finals, it is just going to be the top 12. There is no group. There is just you and the World Series. Who come between you and them are the 11 other teams in the lobby with your team to try to send you back to that. Do not fear. Like Zoro, we want from these players is more aggression, more passion, more vision, more elimination. Just absolutely more. I can't wait to see what these teams have. Having the map will go on for the second. Like I feel we say every time, but I like being surprised. So I like saying I wonder what game we're going to see next. Do you think we're going to have EPG step up on the leaderboard, or are they team that we can consider watched for today? Because the performance in the first game wasn't quite what we expected from them.
I believe EPG would definitely, be really good for us today. They definitely will be playing better than they did before, but they've just not started to do that right now. We're seeing them ranked below the top 6, definitely not where they want to be. Hopefully, they can just step up a bit like Noobsy Sports team did, like Solo Flare did last week. If they can do that, and if they do end up doing that, they should be able to just rank higher. The next game shouldn't be starting shortly, I believe. But yeah, beautiful gameplay from everybody, man. Crazy stuff. from especially the Amigos players, bro. That elimination counts that they were just able to rank up a stack up in that first game was beautiful, man. It's really, really beautiful. Paradox definitely have their work cut out for them, and yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see how they respond to other teams trying to just sideline them in that first game. Don't you think? They look to be really, really sidelined right now. So definitely they'll be looking to step up in the next game for sure, man. We should be going into the next game right about now.
We will be heading on to Kalahari for the next map. This chaos place. Kalahari is the interesting map for me as it has the best movement. Adding the grappling hook to the map pool is absolutely insane to see the plays that come from it every time. But remember, Kalahari is a very high low, and whoever has the high ground most likely will win that fight. It is a map for today. Zoro, take it away. What we're going to look out for in this game? Are we going to see 50-50s off rip? We're going to see a slower pace of
I believe the team that we should be looking out for today might be Desire Esports team and the Paradox Esports team. We know these teams too have been able to, I think, what Desire at least have walked away with a Booyah in this map. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be really interesting to see what they actually have to do in this map today. Definitely gonna be really, really action packed, I hope. What do you have to say about where these players are actually landing? Never mind that battle right now between EUVINCI Sport team and the AMIGOS Sport team from the looks of things. Nice right there from the Amigos. Send two player from the EUVINCI Sport team back to the lobby from the looks of things. Habib is down. Timmy trying to come in for the revive. Gets a revive on Habib. Nice work right there from Timmy. Amigo receiving shot from behind. Nice work right there from Virox. Going in with that G36. Trying to stop up as much damage as possible. Getting shot from behind. No. Needs to be really, really, really careful. Timmy needs to find a way to get her out of here and get a revive on all of his teammates because he is currently their last man alive right now for them. And the Amigos player need to be really, really careful right now too in dealing with Timmy in this situation. Timmy can start drop. Was that Timmy or was it a third party squad? From the looks of things, it's the third party squad, and this is not looking good at all for Timmy, man. Paradox Sport team just having their fair share in this battle right now, trying to drop as much people as possible. Only extra to make sure from Windy from behind. Windy is really, really properly stationed to deal with everybody properly, if I can't say so myself. Timmy is gonna be getting pressed right now, and this might be looking like the end of the road for EUVINCI Sport team. Sad to see, man. Sneaky goes in with that grenade. Timmy was somehow able to get a revive on everybody from that place. What a smart play right there from Timmy, man. Sneaky grabs that revive on him and that elimination on him, sorry. And what a game right now Paradox Sport team are putting up for us right now. 6 eliminations into this. They've realized that they are not gonna walk into that final unprepared or without working for their fair share of their position in that final. So I believe they finally decided to start locking in, because last match you did not see them locking, and they definitely paid a hefty price for them for that, as we saw them rank 10th, I believe. So definitely it's good to see them actually just sit down together and just do what they found out that that's what they need to do, which is just stack up more elimination points and play the way we know them to play, is be able to play. We know Paradox Sport team to be a team that's already dominated this opposing group and everybody in it before. So all they have to do is simply do it again. Show everybody that it was just not a one-time fluke. We might be getting the battle right now between Windy and his opponent from the looks of things, trying to just grab an elimination. Never mind, Windy will be getting dropped. They're trying to get a shot on his opponent still, but from the looks of things, he'll be looking to back out. It might be playing revival for his team. It's really, really interesting, seeing somebody play revival at this stage, in the esports world, not just battle royale. It's really, really crazy, man. Kudos to Snipe for being able to do that for his team. They are definitely going to be really grateful, for having a player like that on their team. Pro Lectioner engages opponent, immediately gets dropped. Bruto comes in for the support, grabs a revive on his teammate. Smart play right there from the current hottest kid in the lobby named Jogo right now, grabbing the second elimination. Kudos to them, advance somehow in this with one elimination to their name. So they definitely are yet to make their mark on this game. We'll be looking forward to that very, very soon. HOLYHEX grabbing a revive on their teammates barely 4 minutes into the game, and Paradox Sport team is giving us back-to-back Abib International Stars will be opposing squad from the Nemjogo from behind, going in with that VSS, trying to grab as much shot as possible. How do you think it's gonna play out between the Nemjogo esports team and the Vent esports team players, Zeno?
The Vent Esports team players will definitely be looking to get their lick back on Nemjogo, because Nemjogo is the team that cut down their reign last game. We saw them doing pretty good against the Amigos, and then Nemjogo just absolutely came in and demolished them because they didn't have enough time to react to both the Amigos and the Nemjogo team that's dropping in. So it dysregulated their approach. But look at the paradox. They are coming in with 8 eliminations. Last game they had 7 eliminations and placed 10th. And now it's still 12 teams and they are with 8 eliminations on the board. Can they place higher? EPG going up against Union X right now.
King leading the push right now for his team. Danny coming in to support him. King grabs that drop. Nice play right there with the A590. Smart play right there from the EPG esports team. And what a nice just bullying right there from them, man. I never thought I'd use the word bullying and nice in this same statements, but it was a really, really beautiful gameplay right there from them, man. They played it really, really wisely, really, really smartly, and it was more, they made great usage of their low absolute advantage right there, man. They knew they had the numbers advantage and they capitalized on it so much, and the opponents definitely paid a hefty price for it. We might be getting a beautiful battle right now between the Noobs esports team and the Nemjogo esports team players. How is this gonna play out? Kenny and BJ Star going up right now with the grabbly hook. Ren will be looking to come in for the support. Kenny with the Shogun right now. Andrew's trying to get some shot from behind. Kenny gets the drop on him immediately with that Shogun. And what a play right now from Noobs esports team as they show their full force and rat to the Nemjogo esports team players. BSR trying to hold his gun right now with the M590. Kenny coming in to support him. Great coming in to support him. And he's on his party getting started. Prolex going in for the revive. Nice work right there from Prolex. So they are definitely going to be safe. Whatever happens, Bruto gets a drop. Nevermind gets dropped too. Kenny gets in raised back up immediately. Nice work from Kenny as he gets that drop. And it is on. Prolex is down. His teammates are down. And it's one player left for Nemjogo in just the second game. And what do you think about that gameplay that we just saw from Noobs esports team? Never mind, getting a battle right now between the EPG and the AMG. So the looks of things, Danny up front with the Woodpecker trying to play really, really smartly right now, rotating through the sides, receiving support right there from King. King comes in to support immediately. They do lose eyes on their opponent. They'll be looking to continue this push. Shots running downhill, getting shot from that boat maker in front of him in favor of PG from the looks of things, and they immediately gets a drop on shots. Shots just got shot, and King is looking to lead the push right now for the EPG players going in. Neutral trying to use the chrono to circle up. Unluckily gets eliminated. Nice, crazy, dominative walk right now from the EPG, showing everybody their power, showing everybody their talent from the looks of things. EPG King finally standing up for his team right now, going in with that M590, showing everybody why he's king. Grabs that double knock, and I believe King might actually be the man that will just step up for his team, you know, be that rusher that we've been saying and shouting since morning that EPG really needs, man. They do need to get a revive on him quickly so they don't have to spend as a lot of coins in getting a revive on him. But what a beautiful gameplay from EPG esports team, man. They are finally playing like they belong here, man. They now have 8 eliminations to their names, and they rank second on the elimination table for the match right now. Paradoxal esports team currently leading that table with 9 eliminations to their name, and what a crazy way gameplay right there from them. Vent esports team are doing quite fine for themselves, don't you think, Zeno?
Indeed, it is. EPG are putting on quite the performance, and we love to see the growth. It is a very stark difference between game 1 and game 2. In game 1, we had the teams go for a more balanced approach when it comes to eliminations, where everyone is going kill for kill, pound for pound. But now we are seeing just 3 teams absolutely dominate the kill feed in the names of Paradox, EPG, and Amigos, as all teams, and Solo Flare actually, we have 9876 on the leaderboard. And that is absolutely phenomenal. Solar Flare have been doing a bit more quiet and more passive farming. We haven't really seen much of them on our screens, but they have made their presence known regardless. And it is genuinely interesting to see, especially a team like Vent Esports. We haven't really seen much of them in this game. We've mostly seen them play Subway Surfers when they're just farming coins and playing a revive simulator the whole time. Going up against EPG and SpaceX, they need to either release the SpaceX squad quick or disengage, because they will be getting third party right about now.
Battle right now between the EUVINCI Sport team and the SpaceX from the Luxor teams. Habib right now currently the push for his team, and it's on. All systems go right now for these players. Grenades getting thrown right now. Supreme gets dropped. Bad move right there from Supreme. The team is trying to go in for the support. Man gets dropped. Never mind, he gets dropped. What a play right now from SpaceX, man. Absolutely dominated the battle against EUVINCI Sport team. The way everybody's playing as if they are on top is just really, really beautiful, man. You can never predict who's gonna just walk away with their most kills in a battle these days, and it's really good. You know, it keeps us on at the edge of our seats. It's really impressive to see, to know that everybody can step up, and there you have it, man. SpaceX just sent Vent back to the lobby. This is definitely not the second game Vent had vision, but it's the one that they got the all thanks to SpaceX. And what do you think about that, Zeno?
Vent Esports getting sent back to the lobby early with a single point on the board is going to hurt them a lot, but it's just the way this game goes, apparently.
Paradox is Sport team in a battle right now against Costa Nostra. Maestro gets dropped. JZY going in to get a revive on him. Paradox is Sport team needs to be really very careful right now. They did die quite early in the last game. They don't want to repeat that. And Sleepy immediately getting dropped right now. What a play from the Paradox Sport team players there. Then Ricky right now trying to hold his ground against Maestro. Maestro going in with a Maga. Trying to drop on there, Ricky. Never mind that. Then Ricky gets a drop on him. Or his teammates assisted him to do it. Anyhow, they got a drop on him. Yeah, JZY needs to be really, really careful right now. Costa Nostra down to 3 players in this battle. They need to play this really, really smart. They don't get eliminated early on. And Paradox is what him because it becomes the first team to get the double-digit elimination count in the second game. And Enrique going in once again with that match 10. And he's just acting right now. What a wipeout from Paradox Sport team play, ladies and gentlemen. They did get a squad wipe on the Costa Nostra Sport team, who are currently living right now with 0 elimination points and 0 standing points. That means they are not going to be moving on their leaderboard at all. They did not hope for that. They did not want that, man. That's really, really bad for them to see the least, man. What you say?
They placed 10. They placed 10, so they left a single point.
Oh, but I thought they placed 11.
It is a very solid performance coming from the coach and from the Paradox squad. They are farming those points that they lost in the first game. Are they going to drop that 20? I know earlier I said it's not going to be we're not going to see as much 20s in this game, and Paradox just want to prove me wrong immediately. They're not even letting me have like one game to breathe. They're just going straight with 13 eliminations on the board. And just like I said earlier when we started, this map is the most interesting for me because we have the addition of the grappling hook to the weapon pool, and it makes gameplay a lot more interesting, a lot more dynamic. We saw Denrique just swing in and swing out. He was, I don't even know. Bro was up and down, and he just deleted the whole team. That is really important. Like, his team was able to fill in where he was making mistakes, obviously, but he was integral to getting the Costa Nostra squad deleted because they were solely focused on him and they weren't really looking for anyone else.
They get in a battle right now between the Union X Esports team and another Esports team right now. Interesting position right now. They do have the refinery as like an advantage for them, if you know what I'm talking about. They do have that advantage. Those Esports team players are also quite close. They are currently sitting on some dishes right now. Interesting play right there. HOLYHEX will be coming in with their launchers, trying to make their way into that save zone. They have lost a lot of HP to the save zone, so they will be looking to just go in with their meds and just grab as much healing as they can get. Hopefully it's enough for them. Raiden definitely has something crazy cooked up for everybody right now. As he climbs up on top of their tower, we'll definitely be looking to just use his that advantage dangerously and destructively against the EPG Esports team, and he's going at it right now with a double sniper. He does have an AWM and a Kakatani. He's definitely going to be looking to do as much damage as possible. EPG King, I said it. I said this one is going to be looking to just rush in everything, and it's going to be that man, and he's playing like a very, very destructive rusher right now. You see, this is what we complained about from EPG from before, and it's great to just see them taking notes and correcting that mistake immediately. We normally see them going with their entire squad before before they rushing into any battle. But now they now have King that plays like the king in every battlefield that he steps in. So it's really, really great to just see King finally just step up for his team right now, bro. Impressive gameplay, but never mind that. You get a battle between the HOLYHEX Esports team and the EPG Esports team. King trying to get a drop against his opponent. Frank King is running low on HP. Desires will be getting an elimination from the looks of things, and yet another team will be getting sent back to the lobby. Them Jogos have been sent back to the lobby. Okay. That's really, really interesting. EPG in a battle right now. They drop a player from the HOLYHEX Esports team. Demon will be getting eliminated. HOLYHEX now down to the last players. Need to be really, really careful right now. SpaceX do have everybody in this. Desire Esports team players are currently at the age of stage. We're currently looking to rotate their way into this. Noobs Esports team players will be looking to grab as much eliminations as possible right about now. Gray needs to be really careful. Almost gets dropped. Kenny going downstairs to battle against Paradox Esports team right now. Might get dropped from the looks of things. Paradox Esports will be looking to match it out against the Noobs Esports team. How will this player will be finding out right about now? Everybody looking to rotate from the looks of things. Never mind that HOLYHEX gets sent back to the lobby. Interesting position that they did just find themselves in. How will that affect on them on the leaderboard? We'll definitely be finding out soon enough. AMGs might be in a battle right now against Desire Esports team. And Serif is not letting that go from the looks of things. SpaceX in a battle right now against Union X. Throwables being thrown. Shots gets dropped. Serif officially becomes the last man alive for the AMIGOS Esports team. EPG looking to also battle. Everybody's just having some fun right now. His all systems go from the looks of this. EPG do have the height advantage against the Desire Esports players. They need to make a choice, fight or flight. And from the looks of this, they will definitely be looking to fly away from that battle, but they don't want that smoke. They don't want that aggression that is definitely going to be coming from battling down against the Desire Esports. They might be getting a battle right now between the Desire players and the Noobs players. These all systems go right now at Refinery as everybody's just shooting and using everything they have right now. SpaceX looking to battle down against the EPG for the looks of things. Everybody's just looking to grab this elimination point, serving whatever it takes to keep his team alive in this, and he's still in this as their last man. What a game in the final zone. Gray going in with the Groza. He does stand on top of a tank right now, trying to grab as much damage as possible. Gray receiving shot from behind, almost gets dropped. Nice play right there from Gray on against Gabby actually. Nice work right there from the Dukes players. They are currently down by one player, but little matters. That's the grab into another elimination against the player from the EPG Esports team. BJ Star might be looking to come down with the F590. EPG immediately gets sent back to the lobby, top 7. Top 6 finally alive right now in the safe zone, and it is all systems go. Both figure has been thrown. Desire Esports player B might be looking to climb on top of that fence and just come in. Gray spots him going in by exploding those landmines, trying to get a drop on him, but immediately gets dropped. A nice play right there from Noobs Esports players. And what a play from the Noobs Esports players right now, man. Desire Esports player B coming in to support AMIGOS and ripping big trouble right now. Derrick currently downstairs. B might be looking to just do something right now. How's it gonna play out? Reaper currently locked up in a container. This will play this really, really smartly. Desire versus Spurs X currently really, really aggressive going in right now. Boss gets the drop. Never mind that. Almost gets dropped. Whiteo going in with that flash piece, trying to get a drop on everybody. He can spot his eye on, and everybody's just currently receiving from Whiteo's flash piece right now. What a decision Whiteo made right there. SpaceX needs to play this really, really smartly, going up against the Desire Esports team players. They only have 2 players, so it's currently a 2 versus 3 position. We can immediately get sent back to the lobby by Desire Esports team players. Sneaky trying to collect, and he does collect from the Desire Esports team players. And what a show they are putting up for us right now. Top 4, ladies and gentlemen. Paradox with 19 elimination. But to be the first team to drop a 20 kill bomb. We'll be finding out soon enough. Noobs Esports team in this now with just 2 players left from the looks of this. BA Star, they're red at the last hope. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, Noobs does have double digit elimination. Currently standing on 10 eliminations. They are finally stepping up. They are finally playing like the Noobs we know. Desire Esports team players will looking to press them from the looks of this. BJ Star going in with the Energizer first. His all systems go now. BJ Star needs to be really, really careful. Energizer gets thrown, trying to get a drop, but gets dropped immediately by Whiteo. And what a play. Aaron trying to clutch, trying to run for his life. Bad move. As he gets eliminated and sent back to the lobby by Desire Esports team. Top 3, ladies and gentlemen. AMIGOS with 1 player, Paradox with 1 player, but Desire with 3 players. And this is definitely a crazy advantage. Remember, Desire has all their players in this 16 elimination studio, and the mouse is gonna play out. Enrique about to receive the smoke from looks of things. Gets a shot first, gets shot back immediately. Enrique trying to get that drop, gets a drop. What a play from Enrique. Never mind that. As he gets sent back to the lobby. And what a game we just had, Zeno. What a game, Zeno. Absolutely beautiful gameplay right there from the players, to say the least. Desire Esports team bringing in the party, bringing in the smoke, don't you think, Zeno?
What a game indeed. Desire Esports came in really hot. And again, we love to see the Paradox were walking off a 20 bomb. And at least I wasn't proven wrong this early on. We are still seeing multiple teams go with 15 eliminations, 14, 15, and it is going to do a lot of numbers on the leaderboard. Desire should be top one directly, and we should have to jump in from 8 all the top 3. When Esports got eliminated rather early, and they only left with a single point this game, which genuinely hurt them a lot more than they'd like to admit, a lot more than I'd like to. But we will be heading to the third game after the highlights and everything, and I can't wait to see what teams respond on the third map, because the first 2 games are interesting. Heading to, is it Purgatory and Xterra for the next? Zoro.
Yeah, we should be heading into next era soon enough. The highlights don't seem to be here yet. But what a game we just had right there from the players, from everybody actually. But you know, we did see a team stand up on top with crazy amount of eliminations too. Paradox almost, you know, stepping up as they normally do with 19 digits eliminations, but just wasn't enough, don't you think, Zeno?
It was quite a lot. It was a better performance from the 7 in the last game. Even though they weren't able to take that win, they eliminations and 9 more points in placement points. It is going to definitely boost them a lot more than what we've seen from the first game actually. Heading into the highlights now, we will be looking at the best from the game so far.
Actually, I'm already there.
Talk to you later. Woo, such a welcoming committee.
Get him now!
Not now, Shiro.
Watch out, Ray. It could be a trap.
Yeah, thought about that too. I'm okay, man. Hold your horse.
Dude, Ray.
It's so good to see you, Hati.
I'm sorry, Ray. But you should know, things are not like in the past. I don't want to hurt you, brother.
Come on. A simple hug would do it.
Things are different now. Give me your device and get away!
This time I'll decide for myself what to do.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, and see what we have here right now, man. We have Desire on top. Bro, the way Desire is moving these days is really, really scary. And it should be scary for the opponents, I mean. And it's really, really just impressive right now, bro. They just came from nowhere and all of a sudden they're now here on top of the leaderboard with just one Booyah and crazy amount of eliminations in a single game, man. As we can see, as usual, the person standing on top has more elimination points than placement points. It's textbook professional gameplay, bro. If you want to rank top, you need to rank up more elimination points than you have in standing points, bro. And there we have, bro, Desire on top, AMIGOS second with 39 points, just 1 point away. Actually, Products Gaming will be getting kicked back a bit, but yeah, still in the top 3 right now with 36 eliminations. Couldn't really place too well, but they made up for that by having a crack. So that tells you a lot, bro. Just having Booyahs is not enough to get you into that top 4, bro. And as we can see, woo, they're actually the first team to, you know, have equal number of elimination points as their placement points. And as I say that, I immediately see HOLYHEX, who has 3 elimination points and 3 placement points. There's definitely a whole lot of work to be done. Don't you think, Zeno? Just impute a lot of usage of that, you know, zip line now where it's on the ground. You know, it's a bit new. You know, it's not like what we've had before, like the regular really, you know, competitive and not just predictive, because we don't want a leaderboard that is predictive. We don't, that's no fun, bro. It wants a really, you know, 1 second you think this team is gonna be making it to the final, and then the next another team is looking like they're gonna make it to the final. So yeah, we're definitely really looking forward to an action-packed feast from these players, man. Welcome if you're just joining to the Free Fire World Series Africa Edition 2026 with a whooping life-changing grand prize of $10,000 US. We started off phase 1 with 144 players. Phase 2 we cut down to 48 players, and phase 3 is the current phase actually with the knockout stage currently with 16 teams that made it here normally, and then 2 wildcard teams. So kudos to those teams. And then the final, which is gonna be on the 23rd, I believe, is gonna be consisting of just 12 teams, all coming from 3 different groups of Group A, B, and C. Today we're going to be having Group A versus B. Last week, the craziest turnout was actually between the Group C versus A, where we saw Desire a whole lot of heart on that first day. They definitely will have to play the same way, and I believe they are trying to get themselves back into their element, but it's just not happening for them from the looks of things. But finally, we will be going into the next game, next era. The players should be gearing up and fastening their seatbelts because they should be getting ready into coming into the 3rd map of the night. We're already halfway there. That's really fast. It is really fast. The last man needs to be short when the looks of things. Desire is bottom in the battle, and Boss just grabbing those damage with the cord, going in from the side. Feroza with the Mark 7 comes in contact with the Boss from the looks of things. Boss is not right there with the Mark 7, lose guards himself, never mind. And he will be getting the drop on Feroza. Bad move right there from Feroza coming out too early. And Baby Spams and Mark 10 coming in from looks of things. Baby Spams twisting out on right. The Desire Sporting players, they are being able to just eliminate a player from the Solar Play Sporting Buttons. Sporting players, they are being able to just eliminate a player from the Solar Play Sporting Buttons. Just not on the Ventus Sporting players, but they have, I'll tell you for free, they've done a lot of damage on them. Costa Nostra Esporting player Maestro will be looking to rotate into the battle. They drop 2 players. Nice play right there from the Costa Nostra Esporting players. Maestro, nice work right there from him, confirming a lot of eliminations. Costa Nostra are definitely finally putting themselves back on the map, because I've been really shocked since actually that Costa Nostra has been really quiet, if you ask me, because this is not the Costa Nostra Esporting that we met last week. Costa Nostra is a very aggressive esporting. We don't want to lose guard to them, and it's really sad to see them reduce the tempo a bit in today's games. Hopefully they will back in and play like the Costa Nostra Esports team that we know. Noobsy Sporting players might be getting in the battle right now. Prolex getting shot though. That's going to be another elimination from looks of this for the Costa Nostra Esports players. Kenny might be looking to push right now for the Noobsy Sporting players. Would they be engaging the Costa Nostra Esports players? That's what I'm really particular about. I want to know what's happening right now between the Noobsy Sporting players and the Costa Nostra Esports players. Costa Nostra Esports players currently chilling right now. They do have a player on top of the billboard. So far they have this entire location just like as a domain for them. I like that territory. They are really holding the fort right here. It's great textbook professional esports in play from them, just holding on to their location. Anybody steps in, you get sent back to the lobby. They did that in them Jogos. They also did that to a player from the Venti sports team. So kudos to them for just holding on tightly to their property from the looks of this one. Most of the squads will be looking to rotate right now. Noobsy Sporting players will be looking to rotate. They need to be really careful. They might come in contact with players from the Solo Flare Esports team, but I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Great lead the rotation for his teammates right now. Solo Flare Esports team, Mark Tech will also be looking to just lead the rotation push right there from them. So far, it's been a bit quiet, but not too quiet. You know, we've seen a team get sent back to the lobby. We've seen some teams almost get sent back to the lobby, and a whole lot of eliminations have definitely been, you know, stacked up. But so far right now, it's really chill. Everybody's trying to stack up elimination points. At the same time, they don't want to die, so it's chill right now because everybody's just stacking up resources. If you can't stack up eliminations, the least you can do is stack up resources. Reaper will be getting dropped. Kenny and his teammate rotating out wide right now. Though we have eyes on Reaper, he has been dropped. Gabby will be looking to get dropped too, and he'll be getting a revive right there by Vibes. Vibe gets a revive on his team, but he'll be looking to get a revive on Reaper too, I believe. And Solar Flare Sporting players are just doing a whole lot of damage on the Union X Sporting players. Zaza will be looking to go with that launch pad, trying to just escape from the looks of got revived. Ferozan, Zaza, and Co are just gonna be coming into this now. Ferozan gets shot. Never mind that. Gets a drop on Reaper. Name Vibes will also be looking to 1 versus 4 his way out of this. Not likely though. Not likely though. Gets dropped. Gabby gets eliminated too. That's gonna be bye-bye for the Union X, I believe. Incoming for Noobsy Sporting players right now as Demon comes in hot. Really hot if you ask me. He needs to be really careful. If not, Noobsy Sporting are gonna be grabbing a free elimination points from him. Good work right there from Demon as he looks to be walking away from the battle. Needs to be really careful though. I don't think this is the clearest road ahead for him though. Needs to be really careful. So far the HOLYHEX Sporting player seems to be part of the few teams that I see here with the entire squad. So really good work right there from them. Then Jogo Sporting players look to be scattered all through the season. So they definitely have a whole lot of work to do if they're going to be making their way back into the save zone. Same thing goes for the EPG players. Also in the save zone, the battle right now between HOLYHEX and Noobsy Sporting players. Riding gets his shot. Health